from the blog, living in New York City.
The city of New York, Boricua from the Bronx.
He's from the other side of the tracks. I'm sure you've heard this saying before. It means that depending on which side of the tracks you live, the way you live can differ greatly, and it's generally based on financial resources. New York City is very much one of those cities, though not in the literal sense. Our tracks are big city blocks, avenues, a bus, or even a train stop. It is a place where you could be sitting in a fancy, high-end restaurant while there is someone sleeping outside, but only 10 paces away. New York City is a place where a man who lives in a poor, rat-infested apartment can put on a very nice suit and spend the day receiving packages while opening the door for the city's elite. In New York City, you can live in one of the fanciest, most expensive neighborhoods, then cross one street and be right in the middle of what we colloquially call the hood. They say if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. I'm not sure how true that is in New York City, the city that never sleeps. Because it never sleeps, that means that there is an abundance of employment opportunity in the city's vast array of 24-hour operations. I don't know that this much opportunity could exist in a small country town, for instance, though the sentiment behind that statement is that the city makes you so tough that you can survive anywhere. I think that this is true for those of us who come from the tough areas of the city. I'm not sure if the elite could actually do the same without the influence their money affords them. They would likely lack the street smarts necessary to make it through the world without their money. Though I would argue that our elite is possibly more equipped to survive the streets than the elite from other places. New York City is a great place, but it is much greater for some than it is for others. I've lived in New York City pretty much my whole life, and I've lived on both sides of that spectrum. I've been very poor and not so poor. I'm not wealthy, but I'm blessed and comfortable. I can attest to the huge differences in quality of life depending on where you live on the side of those tracks. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that's just a small peek into what it is like living in New York City. Do you live in a big city, a small town? What are your thoughts?
You are listening to the NYC Talking podcast. www.nyctalking.com. Please like NYC Talking on Facebook. Please follow Angel R Talk on Twitter and Instagram. We are NYC Talking, the realest lifestyle blog ever. Thanks for listening.